Hey man, this is a sequel that I did not want to film. It was a sad, very sad, very, very sad day for Old Guitkit. Peace be with us all. The reason, this is one of my favorite instruments on this planet. This is my old Jackson Charvel, man. I showed this whole episode to you guys a couple years ago of me finding this thing in the swap meet, putting it back together. My workshop, right? Playing for you. And I'll show her face. And then a couple months ago, it's actually right here in my front line. I always keep here my front line, my favorite instruments, right? I was just bending over there to get something off the floor. And I was sort of right by it. And this thing fell down and totally destructed. This is like the worst damage I've ever seen in my life to an instrument falling on a cement floor. It wasn't like fucking Kurt Cobain smashed in there like Pete Townsend. No. It just fell on a concrete floor. And got totally fucked up. So we're going to have to strip all the hardware off and all the paint off it, everything off the body. Get it all glued up and fixed up. And we'll be happy again. And then I'm never to look at the instrument again because I'll remember the damage. Right? But at least I can get it looking good for the next guy. Hey man, we only spend so much time on this mortal coil, you know what I'm saying? We shuffle off eventually, and all of our possessions become other people's stuff. And I want to make sure that when the next person comes around, right? So this is a very interesting instrument, right? It looks like it's in perfect condition and not know anything. So anyway, one time, one of my favorite instruments, now just like sort of waiting to be thrown away again. Right? I'm going to flip you around, I'm going to show you the damage, we're going to commiserate together, we're going to get it fixed up, and then I'll never play it again after today. Well, maybe I will, because it is my favorite instrument, right? It's a damn shame what they did to that dog. Look at that, man. Look at that. Look at that craziness. This is damaged greater than I ever could imagine from a little fall. What the fuck, man? What kind of luck does one have? This shit happens to his favorite instrument. Plus the string broke. What kind of a fucking jerked off thing would that be, man? Anyway, let's get back to the laboratory. Let's take everything off this body and put it away. I just want you to look at my body, all right? I don't want you to look at my face, all right? You know what I'm saying? I can't believe that I'm doing this, right? Hey, turn off that camera, huh? Right? I'll see you in the laboratory. Oh, man. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? Can you reckon? It's even cracked up there. Jesus, Christmas tree. Welcome back to the laboratory. The summer reparations is where we repair instruments that we've already seen before. Second time offenders, as they might be called in the penal code. What penal code are you talking about, buddy? So we got all kinds of cracks and fucking screws to undo, you know what I'm saying? Ugh, this is the part I really am dreading the most. Is disassembling it. Ugh, just taking the electronics out and the neck off and figuring out what the fuck to do with these strings. Where to put all the parts. We usually put the parts on a box. Before this special honor, you know what I'm saying, in the summer reparations, I'm going to actually give you a little time lapse of me disassembling the guitar, right? So I'll put you on a tripod and we'll speed her up. Whee! Right? 1, 2, 3. take the back cover off so we can get that Floyd Rose off. We're just going to leave the strings on the Floyd Rose. Less for us to worry about later. This guy's stuck. He's stuck in there. Very long screws, these strap buttons. Such a slender guitar. Yeah, so we're totally stripped out of all the parts. What we're going to want to do now, tape off this area, tape off this area, tape off this area, tape off this area. This area, right? They're already sort of where we want them to be. And then we're going to bring it outside after it's taped up, and we're going to just strip the paint off it, which is a very sad moment because we spent so long trying to paint this guy. Perfect. And now we get to sort of start over at point A, the drawing board, right? So I'll see you once we're all taped up and outside, ready to strip out. Well, here we are. We're outside. We got a big old tarp. Got a box supporting the guitar body. Piece of newspaper just to catch all the garbage. We got some scrapers for later. Paint stripper. Right, we got a tin can over there. Always want to use a tin can with paint stripper. It's gonna melt right through any kind of plastic. We're gonna do it one side, then we're gonna do the other side. This is taped a little bit better because that's like the second round. So we'll do this side first and then the other side. I don't see, this kind of lacquer really giving us a hard time, but you never know, man. You never know. We're gonna make a big mess. So then we're gonna have to tape this guy up again when we're painting it. So this is really why we dread these kind of things. We don't want to have to do this, man. But we have to do it. It's in very bad condition. I'll see you after we've been all coated up in striper, man. Yeah, it's a nice thick first coat, right? Nice thick first coat. You don't want to keep the brush out of the little stripper jar in between coats because it might pull out all the bristles, man. It's pretty strong stuff. Stripe X, man. So I'll see you after this is set for about 10 minutes. It's already dripping off from the side, man. It's already dripping off, man. Nice healthy coat. See you then. Yes, it's been about 10 minutes. Doesn't really look too much different, but I bet you that paint will come off for most of it with the scraper. Scrape right into this guy. Then we'll replace him. We'll mess them Burger King gray gloves. I think you would. Can I think you would have? You know what I'm saying? You want to wipe it with or without cheese? I'll see you after our first scrape. Yes, that's about 3 coats, man. 3 coats to get it all off the front, pretty much for the most part. So we'll let it dry a little while. We'll flip around and we'll do the back. Let me hit up that back, yo. So we got the back done. Right, we flipped it around, peeled off this fucking mess here. We cleaned up the front a little bit, and now we're leaning against the can, right? So what we gotta do, take some paint thinner, right? You got a little piece of t-shirt cloth, cotton. We just wipe this guy down, pull out all the, say masking stuff. You know what I'm saying? And just wipe it down with some thinner. Then we're gonna let it sit in the sun for a little while. We'll see if that burnt. So it's been about a week. Let it sit out in the garage. It's been awfully hot outside. Don't really want to work on it right now. Yeah, so I was just like, eh. But I was handling it this morning. It's all dried out now. And I've, seen a lot of these cracks filled in by paint. And, you know what I'm saying? It's a mess, man. But it's not stable. Because I was touching it and handling it here. And I feel like one wrong move. The whole puzzle falls apart. You know what I'm saying? This is going to be a very difficult puzzle to put back together. So we want to take some old wood glue, smear it into these cracks really, really good. Get a suction cup in there as good as we can everywhere. There are some higher and lower, than other spaces. We're going to have to put a clamp on there. We'll have to figure that shit out as we go, right? So let's glue it up, clamp it out, and I'll see if that burnt. How about do it, man? The needle and the damage done, folks. Bit of glue, man. Yeah, so we're going to let it set for a number of hours, right? Unclamp it. Or get more glue in there. You know what I'm saying? Not going to have to clamp it again, I don't think. But we'll keep feeding it glue. You know what I'm saying? Don't know how much of that glue got into those cracks. Now the cracks are being held together by whatever little glue is in there, right? So we'll just reinforce it after it's set and done its job there, pard. Nice and flat though, seams. Could be all fucked up under that paper, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Always want to protect the surface. Somehow or other, we don't want to get it all more fucked up than it already is, right? See you on the flip. This has been clamped for a number of days, man. Number of dates. It's definitely dry. Let's unclamp it and see what happened. Well, I hate to use the term perfect repair, but it's damn close. You know what I'm saying? It's damn close. It's totally flat. Everything is sealed tight. You can see the cracks because they were painted black, you know. Black paint stuck in there, man. But it's where it should be everywhere around. And this thing was seriously fucked up. So let's put a little bit more glue, as much as we can, with that suction cup. Right? Still waiting for us. And all those orifices once more, just to, you know, fucking nail that coffin way the fuck shut. See you in a moment. Yeah, so there you go, man. You can't really see it because it's like not too much to see, you know. We did it pretty good the first time. You can see it a little bit though. So we got it like sort of humped up a little bit here on the edge of the little carpet. So let's just let it sit another day, and I'll come to you at that point. Ready? 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 Set. Yeah, so this guy's all dried out. It's all glued out. It's all outed out, man. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing else to out about it. So what we got to do now is bondo it. So before we bondo, we're going to want to go over it with a little bit of sandpaper. Just, you know, clean up a little bits of the bondo. You know what I mean? Comes out a little bit nicer. We don't have to go crazy on it. We already did that before. But there's still some areas where we want to kind of clean up. And so this isn't like, you know, painting even, you know. This is just bondoing. So let's get it all smooth and I'll see you outside. 1, 2, 3. Alright, so we finally have a day where we probably are not going to have any rain. For the past 3 or 4 days now, I've been trying to get outside. Fortunately, as soon as I get all my shit ready to go, it starts to rain out of nowhere. Anyway, we got a whole new, brand new bondo. We got some sticks to mix it up. Got some spreaders, you know, a little piece of cardboard to mix it up on. You see here, paper towel, Burger King gray gloves, right? May I take your order, please? And these are the best because they're disposable. They're real cheap. You get like 100 of them for $1.25. All right, we've studied all the different nicks and knacks, crannies. All right, got a lot of stuff to do in the front, a lot of stuff to do in the back. So let's mix it up. All right, just give it a couple of minutes on the front and then a couple of minutes on the back. All right, I'll give you a couple of minutes to remember Burger King. The Burger King Trios, man, it's either $7 or $8. 3 original chicken sandwiches. $7 down south, $8 up north. Why is that? Why is that, Burger King? Why is that? Yes. So just as soon as we were done, as opposed to rain coming in, the 100 million blackbirds showed up. And they're all ready to shit all over this stuff. So it's pretty much dry on the front. Just let it sort of dry on the back. Okay. Collect all of our myriad of garbage all over the place. You know what I'm saying? Put this somewhere where it's not going to get shat on. And I'll see you after we've been all dried out. There, pard. Yeah, so it's been about a week and 2 days since we bondoed it, man. And it's dry now. You know, I always thought that there's a difference between bondo being dried and bondo being cured. You know? Sometimes I would bondo something and then I'd get to it the next day. And then after it was finished, it like sank in a little bit. Now we're all sunk in. I don't know, we might even need some micro bonding sessions to, you know, get a lot of bonding to do. That being said, what we want to do now is we want to take some sandpaper, right? All on the block. Get this guy nice and smooth for painting, right? After he's totally, you know, paintable, what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to mask these guys out. Put a stick on him and get him outside ready for the filler primer, man. Filer primer, right? Where you get him all rocking and rolling, man. So I'll see you outside all sanded smooth, right? That's step 1, right? Don't get lost, right? Masked out. That's step 2. And sticked up. That's step 3, right? 1, 2, 3. There it is, man. You know what I'm saying? It's good. Good enough, right? So let's give it a couple coats, man. What? Filer Primer. That's the one, man. That's the one. Gets rid of the bumps. Huh? I'll see you after that burnt. Yes, there it is. Looking good. You can see this area right here. Nothing, you know what I mean? Looks like old time. So we're gonna let it sit out here in the sun. We put 2 coats of it on. Nice thick coats. We brought it downstairs. We did a nice wet sanding on it. And a 3rd thick coat. Let it dry for another hour out here. Bring it in the garage tonight. We'll do another, you know what I mean, thorough wet sanding. I'll see you back out here tomorrow for the lacquering. Okay? You ready for the lacquering? No, I think you are. I'll see you then. So it's the next day. We got it wet sanded down to 1500, man. It's not like a Lamborghini rebuild or anything, man, but I mean, it's about as good as it was the first time around. Hey. Hey. That's his name. Lacure, man, Lacurious. He's furious because his name's Lacurious. Imagine that, going through life like that. Name like Lacurious. Alright, let's hit him up. I got a whole can here. Probably spend the whole damn thing, and then I'll put like half a coat of clear on there. We should be good. Okay? We're not going too heavy because it's the 80 shredder, you know what I'm saying? Let's see here when we've been locked out. Alright, so it's the next day. Yesterday we gave it 5 thick coats. Let it set in the garage overnight. This morning we sanded it at 1500. Nothing less than or higher than 1500. Just to get the grit off, you know. Nothing else. Keep the color and get rid of the grit. Then we just brought it out here. We gave it another real thick coat of black. Black lacquer is like a, you know what I mean, interesting sort of paint. You can either stay there or you can coat it with clear, which will make it a little bit more shiny. You know what I'm saying? But a little bit less, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Homemade looking. It'll give it a little bit more of a professional pop. You know what I'm saying? So we gave it the 1 coat of black. We're not going to do anything, you know, for wet sanding or anything. Let it dry a couple more minutes. Then we're going to hit it up with a friend. What friend would that be? Mr. Lacure Clear. Clarity Clear, right? That's what we're going to do. Probably like 6, 7 coats of this guy. It's a lot, you know what I'm saying? Especially around the horns, because that's where we always run through. And if we run through the black here, that means we run through like 6 coats of this, you know? This is really just, you know what I'm saying, protective kind of thing. Anyway, I'll see you that print, right? We're going to shake it up real quick. We're going to shake it up. Lacure. Is not quite half the can, but almost, you know what I'm saying? So we're going to let it sit out here about an hour, right? I mean, this could actually be done. You know, take a look at it after an hour. If it looks like it needs a little bit more, we'll take it downstairs and we'll hit it up with some steel wool, wet sand it again at 1500, and hit it up with 1 final coat. We might be done though, man. This is looking really nice. I don't want to fuck it up. Let's examine it after an hour out here in the beautiful breezy summer sunshine. Ready? Alright, so it's been about an hour. I think I pretty much followed the exact same playbook when I did this the first time around, from what I recall. I think I might have lacquered it horizontally because it was a little colder outside, but we don't really need to do that because it's nice and warm here, Warren. Let's just give it 1 more coat, man. 1 more coat, just for good luck, right? Nice thick coat. And then we'll let it set for a week, right? Maybe a week and a half, actually. Sounds like a plan, doesn't it? I'll see you at that print. Alright, so it's actually a month later. What? A whole month? Yes, indeed, a month. Can you believe that? I can barely believe it. But I believe it because I know it. I let it set in the garage for a good week and a half. It just smelled like paint too much still. Real strong, you know what I mean? I brought it down here for like a good, I don't know, almost 3 weeks. Just sitting here flipping around, flapping around. It still smells like paint, really. You know what I'm saying? Shouldn't really smell that strong. But alas, we must start sanding. So we're going to hit this guy up with various wet sanding techniques. Stay away from this little, like a crack around here somewhere. Can't really see it because we did a pretty good job. And just do it, you know what I mean? Do it nice. Nice for the people. I'll see you when we're almost done with that, son. Yeah, so we spent some time here in the sanding chair. Had a nice little big towel on the floor in case it fell off my lap because I'm an old man. What can I say? A couple of rubbing rags. Got a piece of 600, 1500, and 3000 in there. We just really took the shine off of the back and a little tiny bit of the front. Right here. You know why? Because this thing's got a fucking blazing, gleaming shine on it. And to sand it down, sides of course too. The sides are always a little wonky. You know what I mean? To sand it down just to get rid of a couple minor imperfections on the front. I mean, look at that, it's just gleaming. This thing isn't like a guitar that, you know what I'm saying, you're going to be like, oh wow, you know, it's amazing. Like, examine it with like a fucking microscope and shit because it's, you know what I mean? It's a fucked up instrument, really, you know what I'm saying? It's been fucking beat to fucking hell. So let's give it a polish and see what it looks like. We might have to come back out here. That's fine. That's fine. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, sheeny purdy. Look at that. That's nice, man. Look at that. Everywhere. Everywhere. Right? So, what we did, William, pretty much stuck with just the polishing compound everywhere. The exception, a little bit of rubbing compound in this area. Because I didn't, you know, sand that area at all. I didn't want any water to get through that paint somehow and get in those cracks and make everything, you know, expand in a weird way again. So we use this as sort of like a back end sort of thing on there just to get it extra smooth over there. Just over there. I don't see too much orange peel or anything weird, you know what I mean? It looks great. So what we're going to do now, we're going to take this tape out. There's all kinds of tape here, and then we got tape on the back, man. You know, take the tape off, take a good look at it. Then we're going to give it a nice thick coat of Brazilian cleaner wax. Why cleaner wax? We want to get all this little particles out of there, man. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of like treat it like a car, man. You know what I'm saying? A car wax. That's what that is. Let's see when we're super shiny. That was like extra super shiny. Look at this. That's like a fucking mirror there, Charles. This is looking fucking better than it ever did. It's probably better than the first time, I'm pretty sure. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You hear it? You hear it? It's like squeaking on the carpet. It's just so perfectly fucking smooth, man. That's a grat thing. So let's talk about this ugly sort of area just right there. And there's a lot of ugly area in the spaces, but specifically this little spot. Why? Nothing else. Nothing here. Nothing in the back. Nothing here. It's because these are getting covered by things. This particular part is semi-visible. Semi-visible with the Floyd Rose unit. So, we get some black, or as they say, noir, right? Noir in France. Let's just get that little lip. Hey, man. You got a black lip? You saying somebody punch you? Somebody abusing you, bro? Here. Turn off the camera. Yes, now it's all dry. Looks great. I'm saying it looks fantastical. So our next step, hey man, right? Let's fish these guys back through and screw them down. That's all we'll do until, you know, the next step. Ready? We're looking good, man. Getting back to where we once belonged. So Look at this mess, this messy wiring harness. Let's put it in there, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's put it in there. Now, we're not going to put this through yet. We're going to have to Dremel this guy out because he's already closed up, right? No, we're not going to do this yet because we don't have to. We can just stick him through. We'll do the tap test before we do any of that kind of stuff, man. We want to top it out, bro. Let's get those chronicles in. Alright, so the tap test is slightly inconclusive. Why is that? Yeah, it's just kind of a mess. Right? It's kind of a mess right now. So let's just put this guy on, right? Stabilize the motherfucker. Drill this guy out. We're going to drill out these guys as well. So, some drilling to do with the Dremel. Small bit, right? I'll see when we get more stabilized, right? Alright, so now that we got it screwed down properly, we re-tap tested it. And each pickup corresponded correctly, man. When we had it down here, the pickup worked. Up here, pickup worked. The middle worked. You know what I'm saying? The pot worked. No scratching. Everything's good. So let's reunite it, man. Let's fast track it. You know what I'm saying? As for this neck, there's absolutely no damage from the fall. You know what I'm saying? It's starting to get a little bit of a, you know what I mean, dirty patina on there, which is good, which I want. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to do anything to it. We just rebuilt this neck a couple years ago. Got about 6 months of playing in and fucking broke it. Let's reunite it, and that way we can continue with our task, right? 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 Reunited, right? Reunited. So let's put this miscellaneous stuff on. Why? Because we can, right? Alright, so now we got all the knickknacks and knobs on. Right? We took a little cloth, right, and we buffed out all the middle section so it's nice and clean. Right? We have this old girl waiting here for us. These guys, a whole bunch of different screwdrivers. We're going to very, very carefully, you know what I mean, get this guy reinstalled, right? Very, very carefully, man. I see when we're sort of strung up, not totally to tension. You know what I'm saying? But mostly like assembled. This is very precarious. Or should I say precarious? We'll see you later. Dude, I hate flared roses. Have I said that before? Hate them. They look beautiful. I hate them. No need for them, you know what I'm saying, in my fucking case. And I think my sensibilities have changed because I omitted 2 springs 4 years ago, 5 years ago, whenever I built this thing initially. I liked it real rigid, man. I kind of like it a little bit loose. We just took it over to the amplifier, did a tap test. Works great. Let's put these 2 cavities on. We don't need to mess around anymore. We'll put these guys back in the Joe maybe one day if we feel, you know what I mean? Like we need to tighten up a little bit. We'll put that fucking shit back where it came from. Till then, let's cover it up, right? Here we go, man. Spend your life just covering up now. Burn in the U.S.R. So, we're so close. We have to tune it up to do all of our mild-mannered mannerisms, you know what I'm saying? We're missing a string, the E string. I remember this is the exact set I believe I put on there. Set of 9s, Orpheus, that's what I was using at the time. I bought a whole bunch of those. Little E's, man. Yesterday. Once we get in tune, we'll put these little house stops on right here. Okay. Screw them in, man. Then I'll see you at a place that we call the Glamour Shots. Come with me. And there it is, one piece. It's with a heavy heart that I must say that Wayne Charvel has passed away. Passed away about a month ago on the 11th of July. That's right in the middle of us working on this guy together. It's probably about a week and a half after I stripped it, I think. Somewhere around there. This is one of the last Charvels actually made where Mr. Charvel actually had a little say in it. You know what I mean? Very little say, but he was still there. Right? He just sold it to the Japanese and he was a special consultant. in his own company. Hey man, rest in peace, Mr. Charvel. I have her back in one piece. She looks better than ever. All right. Another little note I wanted to make for those people, the naysayers. I had a couple of friends at the flea market, I remember. And I was like talking about this, and they looked at my video. They're like, those stickers will never stick. Little Jackson insignias I put on the back of these cheapy tuners. It's just like overhead paper. You know, transparency blank. And like toner and like rubber cement. That shit's been there for 2 years without fail. It's the only thing that didn't fail. This whole damn thing. So there it is, man. Oh, a little bit too close to the edge. Looking better than ever. Let's hear it. Let's bid it adieu. Right? And also bid adieu to our revisitation. You know what I'm saying? Revisiting 2 of our projects for worse and now for better. Right? And after we're done listening to it, we're going to say, peace be with you. Look after yourself. Peace be with you. Look after yourself. Yes. Where is it? Where's the Charvel Fusion Profusion 7, whatever the fuck it's called? Hey man, after all that drama with this instrument, I'm walking that bitch in like a prom date, man. Not just the prom date at the last minute. This is the one that you really wanted. You know what I'm saying? Very happy to have this instrument back and working again. Sort of, to me, feels kind of like a dream of like a deceased relative or friend. It's like you're back together with them. You don't want to wake up because you don't know if it's real or not, you know. I don't know, any minute this guy could just disappear and be broken again. It's a beautiful instrument, and I'm so glad that it sounds good again. Buzzing because I don't have these bolts tight yet. I don't have these bolts tight up here. You know why? Because I don't like fucking with these things. So it does buzz. It's not a structural thing. Hear that? Not tight, man. Anyway, I love you, Charvel. Don't never leave me again, man. And sometimes I think we take our shit on those closest to us. You know? We spend all kinds of sweet words and time buttering up the people we work with, our bosses. You know what I'm saying? People on the internet with our little vlogs. Hello, friend, you know? Being all friendly instead of like our usual selves, you know? People that, you know what I'm saying, don't really deserve it. We waste it on the people closest to us that deserve it. Take care of us. Vice versa. We can sometimes be nasty too, because we have no outlet for that nastiness, you know. We gotta be good. Life is tough, man. Arthur Alexander, God bless you, man. There ain't no reason for you to declare war on the one that you have you so. My love you, baby, is the truth you ever had. A soldier of love, that's how to be laid down your arms. Soldier of love, ever lender to me. Lay down your arms, she's a soldier of love, and love me, please. Yeah, use your arms for loving me, baby, that's the way it's gotta be. Ooh. I hope you enjoyed our summer of reparations, right? We got to see our good friend Bass Mark. We got to see my beard. right? Remember the beard, man? I used to have the beard back in the day. Sometimes in the summertime, we just go slacker, you know what I'm saying? Peace be with you. Look forward to a festive fall, right? Even if you have no plans, man. Look forward to good things. Because maybe good things will look forward to you. Or maybe they won't. Right? Look after yourself.